Hey there, cat fans. Welcome to Meowster Podcast. I'm Rebecca Zish, and that's Tim Black.
Hello there.
How you doing, Tim?
Doing good. How
Excellent.
are you?
I am good.
Good is good.
Good is very, very good. Harriet's been doing good.
Yes.
She's been waiting for us to start, laying here and purring and shedding.
Shedding and laying on the
like
papers.
a champ.
Doing all the things a cat should do.
Yes. Which is relevant to our topic today.
It is, actually.
We are settling in here, folks, to tell you about the Hallmark Channel's Kitten Summer Games.
Yes, more kitten sports.
Kitten sports.
It's the Kitten Summer Games. All the excitement of the Olympics without the Zika. Yes.
That's a good one. You've been waiting to share that one. You're like, you've been sitting on that.
I have been.
Yeah.
I admit. I've had that one locked and loaded. And we're what? Just a few seconds in.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice work. Okay, so regular listeners of ours or regular viewers of the Hallmark Channel will know that they started with
Kitten Bowl.
Kitten Bowl. They've done a few of those.
Yep.
Talked about them all.
We have.
They've done the Kitten All-Star Game.
Yes.
Kittens played baseball.
Yes.
Sort of.
I actually really liked that. I thought that was great.
And I have been looking forward to the Kitten Summer Games.
Yes.
Oh my. I've been excited about it for a few reasons.
Yeah.
One is I like the idea that they were going to do more than one sport.
Yes. Lots of different events.
Well, and especially because, as we were saying, leading into this, Harriet was doing things that cats do naturally.
Right.
This is a way of adapting kittens' natural abilities and inclinations into competitive arenas.
Yeah.
Right? It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
And then also, Harriet.
Oh my God. I moved the keyboard so she wouldn't step on it, and she walked right over to it.
She just likes the keyboard.
Oh, gosh.
She's so funny. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, folks.
I think people want us to talk about Harriet, don't they? Okay, so but the other thing is, and for those of you who have heard us talk about the Kitten Bowl and the Paw Star game, you know that I have been exceptionally irritated for several years now.
And justifiably so.
At the idea that all of the catleets, all of the kittens participating are referred to as he. Mm-hmm. They are all given masculine gender appropriation, basically.
Right.
And it's nonsense.
Right.
Especially because we know that genetically the calico and tortoiseshell cats are female.
Yes.
And they'll be out there playing and they're calling him he.
Right.
And it's been driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's really, maybe there's some people out there who want to argue with me about this, but there's really no reason why women should not be playing, human women should not be playing professional sports with men.
If they can make the team?
And, honestly, why there hasn't been a female pitcher, at least in the minor leagues,
sure,
up till now, is bananas
or
to
even
me.
Or even a kicker on a football team.
Yeah, because they play all over in high school sports.
Yeah.
They just don't get recruited into college.
Right.
In fact, just as a college professor here in Las Vegas, I've had so many female students who were on their high school football teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so if that comes up, where they're just sharing information about themselves, I would say in my close to 20 years of teaching college, I personally have had over 30 students who have played football on their, women who have played football on their high school football teams before they got to college.
Yeah.
Just me.
Right.
So imagine how many other college professors and how many other colleges who are looking at women who were successful athletes in male-dominated sports in their high schools
Never gotten a chance to.
who never got a chance to play at a college level. Now, most of those women are actually collegiate athletes in some other sport.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've had a lot of female students who also played baseball for their high school teams or some kind of regional team, right?
Yeah.
You know, we all know just a couple of years ago when the American Little League team won the world championship, right, against the Japanese, and their pitcher was a girl.
Yeah, she was.
So, so we'll just say, like, in human sports, this kind of thing is silly.
Right.
But in kitten sports,
even more so,
they're kittens. They can be boy and girl kittens.
Yes, they can.
So the patriarchy of sports has just been rampant. And yet now, with the
Kitten Summer
onset
Games.
of the Kitten Summer Games,
finally,
kittens have been allowed to be male and female as they are.
Now,
competing right alongside each other.
Now, let me ask you this. We know that in the case of the Kitten Bowl and the Paw Star game, there were female kittens that were portrayed as male. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's flip-flopped in any way in this situation? Do you think there were any male kittens who were playing female characters during the Kitten Summer Games?
You mean because there were some, specifically in the gymnastics,
like the floor exercise.
Right. Well, no, I'm just going to say, but in the gymnastics, because they've always done with these kitten sports, they do puns on the names of human
athletes.
Players in those sports. And so in gymnastics, there are a lot more famous female Olympic gymnasts for them to play with their names.
Yeah.
So there was a part of me that thought maybe that'll happen.
Right.
I don't think it did. And here's why.
All right.
There was a moment I think it was, I'm trying to remember when this happened. There was a kitten hanging, like just hanging. And I don't remember if it was like uneven bars.
Was it the pole
in the
vault?
gymnast, or it might have been pole vault when they were doing the track and field. Yeah. But a kitten that was literally just hanging there. And it was very obvious that this was a male kitten.
Okay.
It was like, could not have been more obvious. Yeah. Male kitten.
Okay.
I think everyone knows what I mean, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we need to
don't need to say anything else about that.
Farther down that road.
And that kitten was being portrayed as a male kitten.
Okay. Yeah.
But the thing is, I want to say that it was actually a gymnastics event because I saw it a couple of times.
Yeah.
But there was one particular time that I was thinking that because so many of the kittens doing gymnastics were being portrayed as female. Yeah. But this kitten was not. It was a male kitten. They were saying he. Yeah. And he's like hanging there. And I was like, yeah, that's a boy.
Okay.
So I want to say no. I want to say that they actually just went, look, we've got male and female kittens.
Let's just do it, yeah.
And I want to believe that they've been listening to me complain about this for so long that they finally said, okay, she's right.
Right.
That woman on that podcast knows what she's talking about. Mm-hmm. And we don't know why we've been doing this, But even in, even like they could have been much more masculine, for example, about boxing. Boxing was one of the sports they did. Right. And we can talk about that later. Yeah. But they weren't. That was like evenly matched male and female kittens in the boxing events. Right. So, yeah. And then in tennis, they did mixed doubles.
They did do mixed doubles indeed.
So that was pretty awesome.
It was.
Yeah.
So, They did a good job this time.
Yeah. And in volleyball, it was all female kittens playing volleyball.
Yes.
So they really got their due in volleyball. So.
Indeed they did.
Yep. I like that mixed doubles in tennis. That was fun.
Yes.
Okay. So this was a 2-hour event.
It was.
Which was nice.
Yes.
Because Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
They have been much longer than that in the past.
Yes, the Kitten Bowl is exceptionally long.
Woo!
And they played 2 games and a championship game.
Yeah, it's too much Kitten Bowl.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. And yet, every time they do it, we're going to watch it.
They do. I know. I like that, though. You asked me. I said that I had watched it. You hadn't watched it yet. You're like, how long is it? Like, it's 2 hours. Oh, okay, good.
Like, fast forward through commercials. I can get through this.
Right.
Yeah. No, that Kitten Bowl, it has to be watched in sittings.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. All right.
I think the first year I watched it live, which just like.
Oh my God.
Oh, I know.
What were you thinking?
Well, I thought that I could tweet with it. I could live tweet it. That's what I was doing. But still.
You didn't know what you were getting yourself into.
I didn't. That's 4 hours gone.
Is it 4? I thought it was 3.
3. It's a long. It feels like 4.
Yeah.
It might be 3.
Well, the way I pause and take notes,
I know.
it ends up being a lot longer.
Well, see, that's the thing, because I was telling you that on my TiVo I can watch it at 1.5 speed, which is what I was doing. But yes, pausing and going back and rewatching.
Or as Mary Carrillo might say, pausing.
Yes, pausing. Taking notes. I didn't save any time. Speaking of notes.
Harriet just leapt up here and landed. She's showing me which events she could compete in.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's get to this. They told us there were 100 catleets.
Yes.
I didn't see 100 different cats.
No.
But
we'll take their word for it.
I think they're exaggerating.
They have. They
Okay.
may have been. And then they said that they came from all 50 states, or at least they were representing
all 50 states.
Yes, this was not an international competition.
No, which was disappointing to me.
I agree. I think it should have been.
Yeah. But, I get it. I guess. I don't really, but, they're doing what they're doing. No, they divided it into quadrants.
Yes.
Directional quadrants.
Yep.
We had north, south, east, and west. And much like watching the Kitten Bowl or the Paw Star game, they were divided by color.
Yes.
So north were orange kittens, south were gray kittens, east were tabbies, and west were the black and tuxedo kittens, which left out, as I've mentioned before, all of our Asian breeds.
Right.
Right?
Right.
There was not, even in the older cats, there was not a single Siamese.
Right.
There was not a single real long-haired kitten.
No.
There were some fluffer heads, but no real long-haired kittens. You know what I realized? We have yet to see a hairless cat.
That's true.
Now, I think it's less likely to find them in rescue.
Yeah.
And these, of course, are all cats and kittens that come from rescues and are available for adoption. Although I think I'm correct in saying that by the time these things air, they've all been adopted.
Yeah.
But, they do make sure that they were all available for adoption.
Right.
So I think you don't see necessarily as many cats that appear to be those kinds of specific breeds, right, in rescue. Having said that, however, in my work in rescue, I see Siamese mixed cats all the time.
Yeah. And wouldn't that make a great international team?
There you go.
I mean, if you had representing Siam.
Well, you could at least in Burma.
Right. Well, yes.
And Persia.
Exactly.
I mean, these aren't really places anymore, but
weird.
The sphinxes representing Egypt. So you could do like a special part that's like an exhibition game.
Yes.
That's just like all the Asian breed cats come out and do a thing.
Yes. Yeah, they're not in competition for medals. They're
just running around.
Right. It could be
being cute.
It could be a non-medal event. They could have some other sort of event that isn't an official event.
Yeah. And that's where you see all the Persians and Himalayans and Siamese and Oriental short hairs. And,
of course.
Burmese and and you could have another one that's like a Scottish folds. The British short hairs.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
The Norwegian forest cats.
Right.
Look, I'm on a roll now. The
Okay.
Siberians.
There you go.
This is good.
Okay.
But,
next year they need to go international.
But again, I mean, it's just a matter of when they're filming it, the kittens that they can get, you know. So.
But they've always got a lot of gray cats. They've also always got a lot of tabbies, a lot of black and tuxedos.
Yeah.
They can make teams right out of.
It's very easy.
Baseball team, football team, summer games.
Here they are.
Yeah.
I want to say before we go any further that Beth Stern is doing better all the time.
Yes. She's great.
This was her best performance yet.
Every time out, she's a little bit better.
She's really getting comfortable in front of the camera. I really thought she was great. I didn't think she was stiff at all.
No.
If anyone's not listened to us talk about these kitten sports before, Beth Stern is an amazing giver, donor to specifically cat rescue, but animal rescue in the New York City area. And she also happens to be married to Howard Stern.
Yes.
She and her husband foster kittens and cats for the North Shore Animal League, which is one of the most famous animal rescues in the country. It happens to be based in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And that's who is the main rescue that provides the cats and kittens for these events.
Right.
So she's been sort of the spokesmodel for, right?
She's been the face of this.
Yeah. And so she's not a color commentator.
No.
But she hosts it, and you see her in and out of it.
Right.
And man,
she greets you, hello and goodbye.
Yeah.
And the beginning of
takes you in and out of commercials.
Coming in and out of commercials and other stuff.
But yeah, at first, a few years ago, she was very stiff in front of the camera.
Yeah.
This was a joy.
It was really good.
She was great.
Yes. Yeah, go back and listen to all of our episodes about these events. You'll hear us talk about her every time.
Yeah.
And you'll just see how it gets a little bit incrementally better.
No, but now she's good. I can actually say she's good.
She is.
I will say, however, I didn't quite understand her outfit.
I don't even think I really noticed.
Okay. She was wearing this yellow jacket. And then the couple of times when you see her sit on the ground with the kittens, you could see her shoes, which were also yellow, and they were very cute, but they were very different yellow than the yellow of her jacket.
Oh, dear.
And I'm not saying that you want to be all matchy-matchy with your outfit. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
It's just that when I saw her shoes, they were like startlingly a different yellow than the jacket.
Okay.
Look, she's got a lot more money to dress herself than I do, so maybe she knows things that I don't know about fashion. The shoes were very cute on their own. The jacket was cute on its own. I just don't really quite understand why that jacket for the Kitten Summer Game. Maybe it's supposed to look summery.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yeah.
I just figured it out. Well, and she's a blonde, so yellow looks good on her too.
Don't you know that wildly different yellows are in this season?
I didn't know. See, that's what I'm saying. That could be a thing, and I'm just not aware of it.
It very well may be a thing. I have no idea.
No idea. Yeah. But, the jacket, what it was is it didn't seem Olympics enough to me.
Okay.
But it also didn't seem casual enough.
Wow.
It was a rather
it's a strange
formal
choice.
sort of.
Okay.
It might have actually been a Chanel. It was. Wow. I mean, it was a beautiful jacket, and it was of that sort of Chanel design.
Yeah.
Ouvre.
Okay.
So maybe that's it. I'm totally off. I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe it was a Chanel jacket, and I should, just be impressed that she has it.
Yes.
But.
Well, maybe she had the jacket. She had the jacket picked out, and then it came to the day of the filming, and she's like, "Oh my god, shoes! What am I gonna wear?"
I forgot that they might see my shoes because she does do these cute things where she sits in the stadium, quote unquote, that's been built at kitten size,
right?
And she'll sit in it, and then kittens just run around her. It is very cute.
It is.
Yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to get that out of the way talking about Beth Stern. She did a great job.
She did.
Our color commentators, again, we had Mary Carrillo.
She did a great job, too. I love Mary Carrillo.
And she's getting better all the time at this, too. Like, seeming more comfortable with all the puns.
Right.
But she had a new co-commentator this time. David Frey?
David Fry.
Fry?
Yes.
Okay. Frei.
Yes.
Who has been a longtime host of dog competitions on television.
Yes.
And he did great.
He did. He did a good job.
He was very natural at this. I mean, as natural as you can be.
Right.
At reading horrible puns when you're not even seeing the real competition.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because it's all been edited.
Right.
And you're just reading lines. You know. Remember the first Kitten Bowl when it seemed like the kittens were actually doing stuff while they were talking?
It did. Yeah.
That was so weird. This works a lot better.
It does.
Just edit it together. Do a script.
Yeah. Hand it out. And maybe that's why it's more comfortable and smoother. It's just like...
Well, they've been doing it that way for a while.
Yeah.
But what I also liked with this is that they weren't sitting at a traditional sort of like sports center desk kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It was a more interesting set. More like a living room.
Yeah, more like big, comfortable sort of leather chairs around sort of a coffee table situation. Yeah.
Maybe that is how they do more of the Olympic commentating, is it?
I don't know because I don't really watch.
I don't really watch. I don't really watch the Olympics either. This is my stage whisper. I only watch Kitten Olympics.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so they did a great job. The more they do this,
they get
the
better every time. It does,
yeah. All right, that's the point we want to make there.
Right.
All right, so they started with an opening ceremonies.
Right. Lots of swirling lights and.
It was laser pointers and glow in the dark toys.
Right.
They turned the lights down in the Kitten Stadium, just shone laser pointers everywhere, threw glow in the dark toys out there, and kittens just ran around.
Yeah.
And they pretended like it was some sort of choreographed event.
Right.
Yeah, that was cute.
There was no lighting of the torch or anything, which would have
I'm kind of glad they didn't do that.
Yeah.
They probably brainstormed it for a while.
Like, no, fire and kittens, no.
No, well, even like how do you do laser pointers or something, or like Mylar?
Right,
that
yeah,
they could,
little Mylar flame thing.
I don't know. Yeah, no, they decided not to do that.
Right.
I'm fine with that. And then they had the, march of athletes, the parade of athletes. And we met some of our main athletes, or catleets, I'm so sorry.
Catleets.
At that time, they just made the kittens walk around.
Yeah. They sort of, they guided them around the track with a laser pointer.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And like these little carts.
Yeah.
Yeah. that were motorized somehow. And so the kittens were like following. They're like, how's this working?
Yeah. That was
I'm going to follow this thing because I don't understand how it's going. And then it really did look like they were in a parade.
It did. And that was really funny because you could see, when you saw the little cart thing from the front, you could see that it had a little like GoPro camera mounted on it facing back at a kitten. So it was just like, and it switches to that shot and it's this kitten walking. It's a really good shot. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Fun.
They did a good job.
They did a good job.
I was impressed. All right. So then we got into our sports.
Yes.
All right.
There were a lot of events.
Oh my God. We started with gymnastics.
Yes, we did.
And they told us that there were 6 kitten gymnasts per team.
Right.
But we didn't meet them all. Because they only show us the ones that do well.
Yeah, right.
And might be in contention for a medal.
Yes.
And so I guess there probably were 6 kitten gymnasts per team.
Right. But I think this is kind of the same way that they do the real Olympics, too.
Yeah, you don't really see everyone.
Yeah.
You don't see everyone. Yeah. Okay, so we were told that the gymnastics events are going to be not in this order, but they are going to be floor exercise, balance beam, vault, uneven bars, and rings.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's just
gymnastics.
Yes.
But we understand these are all things kittens can do.
Yes, they are.
Because all of the gymnastics equipment is built like cat trees, basically.
Right.
Built specifically to look like this equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking, plywood and covering it with carpet and
rope, that sort of hemp rope.
Yeah, the hemp yeah. Yeah, and then just putting it out there.
Call it a balance beam.
Throw a bunch of kittens out there. See how they play on it.
Right.
You film it, you edit it, pretend they were in competition. And you're done.
It's easy, yes.
Yeah.
We don't have to make it look like they're swinging a bat.
No.
They don't have to get a ball down the field.
No. This just let them do what they're going to do.
Right.
I did appreciate that at the beginning of the first gymnastics events that we saw, they made a point, Mary Catrillo made a point of explaining that adult cats have excellent balance.
Ah, yes.
But kittens have not adapted in that way yet.
Right.
And so these kitten athletes have really had to train to do well.
Yes.
Which is just warning us, like, they're going to fall off of stuff. And it's going to be cute.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was.
It was indeed.
So the first thing we saw was balance beam.
Right.
Totally funny.
It was.
So you told me, Tim, that you were confused by a lot of this.
Yeah, some of it was very confusing to me.
You asked me if I was confused.
You said you were not.
I was not confused.
Okay.
Here's why.
All right.
I accepted that I was not going to get all the information that I needed.
Okay.
And I just allowed myself to watch it anyway.
Okay. See, yeah. Because I was trying to, all right, so we have this cat, and he's on what team? He's on the East, and he's, he got the gold. No, he's on the South team, and he got the bronze. Well, who got the silver?
They did not give us all the information.
No, they did not.
Not at all. And I figured that out from the very beginning with balance beam, when we only saw 2 kittens compete in balance beam.
Right.
And so I'm like, this isn't going to be logical at all. This is just the footage that they got.
Right. Well, and also at the beginning for the balance beam competition, I was writing down scores as they were coming in, because they gave scores for kittens that we didn't see their performance. They gave some scores.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that happens if you're watching the Olympics.
Absolutely. But I had Bubbles down for 36.4.
Yes.
But when they posted the final scores at the end, it was 35.4. So I don't know if I didn't go back to see if I wrote that down.
No,
correctly.
I have 36.4 for Bubbles as well.
He ended up getting a bronze. And I'm like, how'd he get a bronze? Because he's got the highest score. Oh, no, they knocked a point off for some reason. And
Who knows?
Don't know why.
I don't know why.
Don't know why.
Yeah, you just have to let it go. I think when we've watched the Paw Star game, when we've watched the Kitten Bowl, you really can follow the scoring.
You can.
Because they're playing a game that has a beginning, middle, and end.
Right. Yeah.
This does not.
No.
This was honestly just, we're going to build some gymnastics equipment.
We're going to watch some kittens
with
climb
carpet.
On it. Yeah.
Throw some kittens in there.
Yeah. They're going to climb and jump and
let them do what they're going to
do. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so we went from gymnastics, then we're going to head over to the track and field pavilion. Mm-hmm. And the first thing we saw was hurdles.
Yes.
Hurdles was great.
I loved hurdles. Hurdles was awesome.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what to do.
Yeah. Jump over it.
Jump over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, just taking some plywood.
Yeah.
And some hemp rope and some carpet. Put them out there on a thing you've built to look like a little kitten-sized track.
Yeah. And they run around.
And you just put some kittens out there.
Jump over it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there were some kittens who were running the wrong way.
Sure. Yeah.
That happens no matter what kitten sport you're doing.
That is true.
All right. In that one, Picasso took... Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. Pepper. Pepper took the gold.
Pepper took the gold in the hurdles.
And the hurdles actually made sense. They had a competitor from each of the 4 regions. And
they raced.
And one of them... And they all, actually took medals in the order in which they came in.
Right.
That one made a lot of sense.
Yes.
Yeah. We went back to gymnastics at this point, and we saw the rings. Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness.
I was a little disappointed in the rings, I'm going to be honest.
Again, we only saw 2 kittens competing.
We saw Nadia Come and Scratch Me.
Who we saw a lot.
A lot. And Cat Lewis.
Who we saw a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those were our competitors on the rings. But I was disappointed in the rings because they didn't really swing around on the rings. They climbed up to the top crossbar. Mm-hmm. But they didn't really swing on the rings themselves. That might
have been where I saw the boy cat.
Okay.
That might have been Cat Lewis, climb up to the top and then just hang there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we learned during the rings about Nadia's, her coach, which is based on the legend of Nadia Comaneci's real coach.
Bella something or other.
Yeah. And he was this big orange tabby cat.
I love the coaches. The coaches were awesome.
And they were so funny. Just sitting and staring.
Yes, he looked very stern and very...
Yeah. So we learned a story that apparently Nadia Come and Scratch Me had been found balancing on the rafter beams in a Romanian hardware store.
Yes.
And that's where she was found and taken under the wing of this coach.
Right.
Very silly.
I like that. They have to come up with interesting, touching backstories for...
Right, because that always happens in the Olympics. Right?
Yeah. How they've overcome some great hardship to achieve this greatness.
We got some more of that. We moved on to the balance. Oh, Nadia Come and Scratch Me. She took the gold in the rings.
Yes.
Okay. We moved on to the balance beams. We saw Mary Lou Kitten, who we learned used to practice her balance beam work around the fences of the ranch she grew up on in El Paso, Texas. I think we've heard that before.
Right. That does sound familiar.
Yeah. And there was Christy Yamakachi. Yamakachi.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Who they said was from Alaska.
Yeah.
And that she can see Russia from her cat condo. She had a terrible score.
She did 28.1.
Can I also remind everyone that Christy Yamaguchi is an ice skater?
Right, exactly.
In the Winter Olympics.
Yes, yes. I thought that was so weird that they would...
It was weird. Oh, and it was funny because so Christy wasn't doing very well. And Cat Lewis, who's on her team, came in and tried to encourage. It was very funny.
It was very cute, yeah.
Yeah. When really he just wanted to play too.
Of course.
He was like, oh, look at that thing. She's not doing it right. I'm going to go play.
Right.
Yeah. They're like, oh, he's not even competing in this event.
Teamwork, yeah.
And then she did not do well at all.
No. She did not medal.
No. But she, at the end, they said she fell to the floor and then rolled over on her back. And they said she was doing a fuzzy belly move to improve her cuteness score.
Yeah, well, it didn't help.
It didn't help. She was trying anything at that point.
Yeah.
No, in that event, in the balance beams, is it Hissimone Biles?
Yes, Hissimone Biles. Got the gold with 35.9.
That's right. And she took a very cute little bow when she got her medal. Yeah. The way they edited it looked like she was doing a little thank you, curtsy. Mm-hmm. Mary Lou Kitten took the silver, and Bubbles, who we saw a lot as well, took the bronze.
Which I had Bubbles down at 36.4, which beats the
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Because we had seen him before.
Yes. When they said that Bubbles was getting the bronze, I'm like, wait a minute. Bubbles got the highest score. And then they had somehow, for some reason, taken a point off.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not real.
I know.
They're all grown up and in their forever homes. It's all fine.
Yes.
what I do like is when they give them their medals, they put them on these platforms and they give them wet food so that they'll stay on the platform. Right. It's very cute.
It works.
Yeah, of course it does. It was at this point that we first saw the Kitten Summer Games Plaza.
Ah, yes, the plaza.
It's very cute.
It was really, it was very cute.
They always, in these games, they always have some place they can cut to where Beth Stern can talk to us.
Right.
And where we see like other cats doing stuff. Right. Cats that they had available to them.
Right.
But were not good at doing the games.
Right.
But this was very cute.
It was.
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
I liked the fountain. They had a fountain set up. It looked like it was supposed to be like a champagne fountain or something like that. It would have been in real life, but it was, water. Yeah. And somebody went to stick their face in it and went, whoa. They got blasted in the face with cold water. I'm not going to do that again.
Speaking of which, we're not to the point where this happened, but speaking of water, there was a hilarious moment where Beth Stern went to the aquatics pavilion, to let us know that it turns out that kittens don't like water.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
I really like that they did that.
Yeah. She said, so we are sorry to announce that there will be no aquatics events today.
They did a really cute sort of green screen sort of thing of like, this is an Olympic pool in the background and kittens kind of running past it. Yeah. It's like, no.
Yeah. She said they're doing more going around the pool than going across it. Yes. So... yeah, but she was very good. Like, her comic timing was good on that delivery.
It was very funny.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Yeah, like that.
A joke like that a couple of years ago would have really fallen flat with her doing it.
It would have fallen flat with her doing it, and I think it would have actually been Mary Carrillo or...
they would have had Mary Carrillo do it, absolutely.
Or David Sterling, either one of those guys.
Yeah, and it was great.
But
she did a great job.
Beth do it.
Really funny. Good job, yeah. Okay, so we went back to the track and field again. We go back and forth in this. But now we've learned what all of our track and field events are. Yeah. And so we've already seen the hurdles. Beyond that, we're going to see a high jump, a long jump, 100-meter dash, pole vault, and a meowathon. Yeah. Which they actually did say was 26.2 miles.
They did.
They're not even pretending like it's something else.
No, and that was more green screen magic.
Oh, my God. We cut into the meowathon at different points in the 2 hours. Right. Here's how I feel about the meowathon.
Okay.
Yes, we saw kittens running past green screens of buildings, Manhattan and San Francisco. Like, it was things, it made no sense because it's only 26.2 miles. Right. And they're showing us the entire country.
Yeah, I think they ran through the desert at some point.
Oh, it was nutty. It made no sense. But the other part of it that didn't make any sense was that the kittens running it were simultaneously competing in events
other things. Yes.
Back in the pavilion.
Right. Right.
They were winning medals in gymnastics and track and field.
While running in the meowathon. Yes.
What? And it was supposed to be happening at the same time. You can't even say like, oh no, it happened on another day.
Right. Exactly.
No, it was supposed to be happening at the same time because we saw the finish of it at near the end. Yeah. Yeah.
What I wish they had done, instead of like the green screen background that they were running past, they were still photos. I wish it had been video. So like there had been, you'd see like traffic going by. There was one shot where there was like a huge sort of marathon crowd that was cheering. I wish that had been video of like a crowd cheering.
That's interesting.
That would have been a lot more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That didn't even occur to me. Yeah. That's interesting though. I just wish they hadn't tried to convince us that the same kittens were running through San Francisco as we're doing the long jump.
Right.
I mean, it was weird enough that the same kittens were doing gymnastics and track and field.
Absolutely.
And we were going back and forth between them, like as if those kittens were like running across that whole Olympic pavilion to compete.
Exactly. And this is why, if they really did have over 100 kittens as they advertised at the beginning of this thing, then,
they wouldn't need
to do that. I just think they couldn't come up with 100 puns. I bet they had enough kittens. They couldn't come up with enough names.
Just give them kitten names.
They do that to half of them anyway. Bubbles.
I know. Yeah. I liked
Bubbles
Freckles.
And Freckles, yes.
I liked Freckles. That was a good kitten. Speaking of Freckles,
the
next thing we saw was the high jump.
Oh, yes.
Here are the rules of the high jump. A kitten must jump from a platform to the ground.
Yes.
And the kitten that covers the most distance will be the winner.
Right.
Okay. So we first saw Sergio Bobcat.
Yeah.
Who they said was from Florida and had worked at the Meowgic Kingdom, where he was a ride operator.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's a bad one.
Yeah. But his nerves got the best of him during the high jump. He got 0 inches.
Yeah, he choked.
Yeah. Didn't even jump down.
No.
Nothing.
Not at all.
Next, we saw Freckles, who they said has his own line of sunscreen. Showed us a hilarious mocked up picture of him.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That was good.
They said that, but because he's from Milwaukee, not Milwaukee,
right?
Milwaukee, it's not been a successful business venture for him to have his own sunscreen.
Yeah.
But here's what I want to say about Freckles.
Okay.
He is so fluffy.
He's a very fluffy
He's such a fluffy cat. He's a little orange fluff ball.
Yes.
And I wrote here that he's going to be a huge flufferhead.
He is indeed.
His jump was 14 inches.
Yes, he did a very good job. Although I think he may have gone in the wrong direction. I don't think they take that into account.
No, they don't care about that.
But he did go the wrong way.
Yeah. It's kitten sports.
Okay,
There's a lot of leeway in kitten sports.
But technically, he went negative 14 inches, whereas Sergio Bobcat only went 0. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Oh my God, that's so funny. Cat Lewis,
once again.
who had already done so well in the rings and had tried to help his teammate in the balance beams, who had already seen him twice.
Yes.
He then competed in the high jump.
Mm-hmm.
They told us he was born in a leap year, and that gave him an advantage. I don't know. That was funny.
Boy.
But he went 15 and a half inches on his jump.
Yes.
And took the gold. Freckles took the silver.
Mm-hmm.
Sergio Bobcat took the bronze with 0 inches. This made me so mad.
I know, they couldn't get one other kitten.
Yeah, I'm like, no other competitors? They could have just pretended, because they did that in so many other sports.
Of course.
They were just like, and this other kitten did it too. And we have scores for that.
Right.
I was so upset. It was so stupid. He went nowhere, and he got a bronze medal.
Yep, that's how they do things.
Only the real Olympics were like that.
Right.
Beth Stern then, going out to commercial, showed us Kelsey, an adorable gray and white cat with the perfect little pink nose, to remind us that older cats are available for adoption. And that was a good ongoing message in this program.
Yeah.
They did a good job remembering to say that over and over again.
Yeah.
It's not just kittens, but that grown cats need
there was
adopting
opportunity
too.
for there to be lots of coaches and adult cats to be
There could have been more.
There could have been more, yeah, for sure.
But they judges and coaches. Yeah. No, there could have been a lot more. Yeah. But the message was much clearer this time than it has been on previous programs that they've done. So the next thing we saw was tennis. Like we said, this was mixed doubles tennis.
Right.
The pair to beat was Mary Catrillo.
Yes.
And John Meowkenrow.
John McEnmeow.
Oh. John McEnmeow. Meowkenrow. Either one would have worked.
Either one would have worked.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting, I don't know if you know this. Well, first of all, the real Mary Carrillo, I think, was thrilled to finally have a kitten named after her. Right. But I looked this up.
Yeah.
So the real Mary Carrillo and the real John McEnroe won the 1977 French Open mixed doubles title.
Wow, I did not know that. That's amazing.
Together. They also went to the quarterfinals in Wimbledon that same year. And then that same year, Carrillo was in the women's doubles quarterfinal at the U.S. Open.
Okay.
So that was her big year as a professional tennis player in 1977. Yes. Amazing. So she and McEnroe got, they took the title in mixed doubles at the French, and they went to the quarterfinals at Wimbledon as a mixed doubles team.
Wow.
That year, in 1977.
Very cool.
Yeah. So this was a real thing they were doing
reference,
here.
Yes.
Yeah. And this was probably my favorite thing that happened in the whole event, right? Not only was there a real historical reference for what was happening, oh my God. It was so good for so many reasons.
It was.
Okay. One is the kitten, the John
McEnmeow.
Thank you.
Yes.
I can't even say it. John McEnmeow, like this kitten was a hissy fit kitten. Right?
Yes.
And oh my God, he was bananas. He was
knocked over the line judge.
Okay. Before that ever happened, I was looking at
it was so good.
So there's a line judge in a little chair, right? And it's a stuffed animal.
Right.
And I wrote here, there is a stuffed bird in a chair acting as a line judge. It's weird.
Yes.
And then I typed, is it a hawk? Because I couldn't tell what it was.
I originally thought parrot because it had that beak, but it's not. It wasn't green.
No.
Like the parrot. So I was like, so I have parrot question mark.
No, I wrote, is it a hawk?
Yes.
And then it was later revealed that his name is Hawkeye.
Yes.
So I was right.
Well, yes, so I crossed out parrot and wrote hawk. Yes, you were right.
I was so impressed with myself.
But that was hilarious.
Yeah, so he actually knocks over the chair. The hawk falls out of the chair.
Yes.
But then they, what was they said like, he's frozen with confusion or something like that. I can't remember what they said.
They have some reason for why he was just playing there.
He's scared stiff. Scared stiff. I'm sorry. I should have thought that. Frozen with confusion.
Wow, that's
not even an expression.
No one's ever said that ever. You just coined the phrase.
Yeah, if anybody cares.
I'm going to use it.
Frozen. Scared stiff. That's an expression people know. Oh my God. I did like all four kittens playing the mixed doubles match were playing with the net.
Yes.
And Mary Carrillo was saying, this is not how the game is played.
You can't do that. Yeah.
We're trying to play tennis here.
You're not allowed to touch the net.
And they were like rolling around in it and like getting their claws stuck in it and stuff. They really liked that net. It was really funny. Anyway, so John McEnmeow, he knocks over Hawkeye. He goes bananas. He's hissing at his own teammate.
As the real guy would.
Exactly. And so Mary Carrillo up in the box stands up and walks out.
Yes.
Goes down to the game.
Oh, yes.
Which, of course, they had filmed at some other time.
Right.
But she was wearing the same outfit.
Yeah.
And she puts John McEnmeow in the penalty box.
Which is a little kitten carrier.
It's a kitten carrier. And he's in there and he's going, meow. Like, and she says, like, I don't want to hear it. You know what you did. Right? And it's so funny. She gives him a talking to.
Yes.
And she was so good.
It was really great.
And then she says to him, have you learned your lesson? If I let you out, are you going to be good? And he's like, meow. And he was meowing at her.
He was talking back.
It was so good.
It was very funny.
So, well, I think that might be the best thing that's ever happened in kitten sports.
I think so too. I would agree. 100%.
So good. I wonder if people can see it on YouTube.
Oh boy. When Hawkeye got knocked over, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God. It was so funny.
I think these are really good. I mean, can you imagine if you were watching a tennis match and somebody knocked the guy over?
Well, and then the best part was that John McEnmeow got up in the chair.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's sitting up in the chair. And that was the thing that really drove the real Mary Carrillo crazy. She's like, oh, this is not okay.
Disrespectful.
You cannot sit in the chair. And she just goes marching down to the court.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And Dave Fry was very confused.
Yeah, he didn't know what was going on.
What?
He was frozen with confusion.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. I love it. I love it.
Oh my God. All right. So that was all we had of tennis.
Yeah.
It was time for pole vaulting.
Pole vault. That's where they keep their money in Warsaw. It's a Fred Granby joke.
I know you've told me that before. Not on the podcast.
No.
You're allowed to say it here. Okay, so for pole vaulting, they're not really vaulting anything.
No.
Like, you can't have them run with sticks.
No,
They're
that would not
kittens.
work. No.
So instead, the rule of the pole vault is they have to climb to the top of the carpet-covered pole
Yes.
and then jump down.
Well, there was a... they had to climb up to the top of the pole. There was a horizontal, there was like a crossbar.
Right.
So they kind of had to climb to the top of the pole, go over that crossbar, and come back down. Because, like, the first kitten knocked that crossbar off.
No, he knocked the pole over. He knocked the whole thing over.
Well, yeah.
No, because I have inches that they jumped. So
Yeah,
I think
because
they were supposed to climb up and then jump down.
Because that crossbar was adjustable. They could raise or lower.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that I didn't understand at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, Toffee the cat, good effort, knocked the whole thing over.
Toffee, yes.
And then Freckles. Oh, flufferhead Freckles.
Freckles from the North team.
That's right. He went and Butterscotch tried to knock him down while he was trying to do his thing.
Right. Now, Butterscotch. This was the one that confused me. I told you specifically that they said one thing and then they showed something else on the screen.
Okay.
When Butterscotch came out, they announced him as now for the North team, Butterscotch. But then it showed on the screen, it said Butterscotch, and it said he was from Georgia, and it said that he was on the South team. So they said he was on the North team, but then
what color was he?
I don't remember.
Well, that would answer all our questions.
It would.
But they just had it wrong because Freckles was competing. Butterscotch tried to knock him down, and then Butterscotch competed after that and won.
Right. Freckles was on the North team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very orange.
Right.
He's very clearly on the North team.
Yeah.
No confusion there at all.
Right.
But actually, all these names could be orange cats.
They totally could.
Toffee, Freckles, and Butterscotch all sound like orange cats to me.
Right.
And I don't remember.
Well, Toffee was on the East team. I know that much.
Wow, you took a lot more notes than me this time. I'm telling you, I just went, I'm not going to get all the information I need.
I was trying to make sense of it.
I'm just going to let it go. But Butterscotch took the gold in pole vaulting.
Yes.
But I think they should have disqualified him.
Well, yeah.
For trying to knock Freckles down.
Absolutely. It's not that kind of game.
No.
No.
No. This is we're talking good sportsmanship here at the Kitten Summer Games.
Yes.
All right. We got a little more background on Nadia Come and Scratch Me's coach.
Yes.
And this was interesting to me. I bring it up because we were originally told she was found balancing on rafter beams in a Romanian hardware store.
Yeah.
But when they talked about her coach again, they used the phrase roar mania. Now, cats don't roar.
No.
I mean, not these kinds of cats.
No.
And also, Roar Mania sounds like a special event at your local zoo.
Oh, that would be great.
Right?
Get your tickets
this
now.
This summer.
It's Roar Mania.
It's Roar Mania.
All summer long.
Yeah.
Because a new lion cub was born.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Roar Mania. Or maybe it's something that happens on Sunday down at the monster truck.
Yes.
Right? It's a new monster truck.
Come hear it roar.
Come see Roar Mania. Maybe it's a dinosaur exhibit at your natural history museum. It doesn't sound like one of the puns that they use in kitten sports.
It doesn't fit.
No.
No.
But I've come up with 3 other things it could be used for.
Absolutely.
Those are available, folks, by the way. If you work in marketing for your local zoo or your natural history museum or with the monster trucks.
The truck pull, yeah.
Those are available to you at no cost.
Yay.
Just tell all your friends to listen to Meowster Podcast.
There you go. That's fair.
All right. So, done with that. Long jumping.
Yes.
We were told long jumping is very competitive amongst kittens because it is a familiar activity for them, because it is a natural skill they need to jump out of the way of or over danger.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too.
Like that. I like it when they share a little bit of information with us.
A lot of kittens competed in this event.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on.
A lot.
It was just, there was like a sandbox.
Yeah.
And they just had to jump
off of
over a thing
yes.
and into the sand.
Right.
And they all wanted to do it.
They did.
And then they had a lot of footage of like a kitten landing in the sand and another kitten just jumping in the sand and like tackling them.
Right.
And they were saying like, oh, their teammates are congratulating them on a good jump.
Right.
And then there were just like some kittens just rolling around in the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one peeing in the sand. That was good.
No, I know. I imagine that probably did happen at some point.
It had to have. Yeah. But we saw Ginger jump 17 inches.
17 inches.
Jessie Meowins
Yep.
jumped 16 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bubbles. I was amazed that this counted.
Oh, but I was too.
So Bubbles, a little black cat.
Yeah.
So as in everything we've ever seen with these kitten sports, they do like painting. Like, what is it? Is it a painting?
Of
people
the
or
crowd,
cats
the crowd
in the
stand.
crowd,
yeah,
right, watching,
right.
But it's flat. Mm-hmm. It's a flat.
Yeah.
But the kittens like run up the wall.
They can climb it somehow. Yeah.
Well, just because they're kittens, I think they can run up walls.
Right.
So in this event, Bubbles the kitten ran up
into the stands.
which is just a flat wall with a painting on it.
Right.
And they said it was to kiss his mom.
Right.
For good luck.
Mm-hmm.
And then did his jump from there.
Yes.
96 inches.
Holy smokes.
But I can't believe that counts.
I can't either. That was irresponsible as an athlete. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Absolutely.
You're gonna take yourself right out of the Meowathon.
I don't think that whatever organization is responsible for setting the rules and guidelines, that's a jump in the wrong direction. He didn't jump across something. He jumped down.
Right. Yeah, but it's like you said in that prior event, they don't care about jumping in the wrong direction.
Yeah, this seems different though, because it's not even like on the same surface.
Right, because it's not. It's like he jumped 96 vertical inches down.
Yeah, not 90. Yeah, horizontal inches
right.
across.
And it was the long jump, so.
That's not the down jump.
Right.
That'd be a different event.
That would be entirely.
Be all right with that.
Absolutely.
It actually, I think, is what pole vaulting was supposed to be.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Yeah.
But he didn't do that. I don't know.
I don't know. It was weird. They gave him the gold medal anyway.
They did give him the gold medal. The uneven bars. Oh my God. These were great.
This was my favorite event.
Really? Even more so than tennis?
Well, I mean, the tennis was my favorite moment.
Yeah. Okay.
But as far as events go, this was my favorite event.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It was so good. The uneven bars is like the perfect thing for kittens. Get uneven bars for your kittens.
Build these.
Yes.
Build them now.
Because they love it and they're so good.
Yeah. We're having so much fun.
You can watch them do that forever.
Yeah. And one of them did do it practically forever.
Yes, for sure.
Our gold medal winner, Nadia Come and Scratch Me.
Yes.
Mary Carrillo lost her mind over her performance on the uneven bars.
It was an almost perfect score of 39.9 out of a possible 40.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
It was amazing.
I don't even know how to describe it, though. I mean, it was like the pole vault thing, but
they climb on one bar.
And then there's another one it's the uneven bars. It's what it is.
And they go up to the one that's higher and they stand on that one for a little while. And
then they jump back down to the lower one.
And they go up and then they're kind of standing on both of them.
And they kind of hang, like they might hang off one and climb up it.
It's hilarious. It's amazing.
Yeah. It was Mary Carrillo's favorite thing.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was really good. And she's seen a lot of kitten sports.
She has indeed.
Yeah. She did. She was impressed by how many transitions there were. Her transitions from one bar to the next and one bar to the next, back and forth.
Right.
But Mary Carrillo also said that Nadia's signature move on the uneven bars is called the scratch and sniff. And this is where she would stop on one of the bars.
Yeah.
And scratch her claws on the hemp rope.
Right.
And then kind of like lean her nose down for a minute, like she was sniffing, and she'd do a little more scratching. And then she'd transition to the next bar again. And Mary Carrillo's like, "We've never seen anything like it." And at one point she said, "Is that the sound of angels singing?"
Right.
Because this is a miracle performance, I think is what she said.
She did say that.
She was out of her mind with excitement over this
Come and Scratch Me.
This cat leap. Right?
It was amazing.
Some good stuff.
It was very good.
We had been tempted with the upcoming appearance of Lance Bass.
Yes.
For over an hour at this point.
He shows up.
He did show up from his home somewhere.
Yeah.
He had a nice message. Mm-hmm. His message was that, it was about adopting, but he told us that his dog Dingo was found 13 years ago in a garbage bag on the side of the road. That he found him in a garbage bag on the side of the road. And Dingo's like an old dude in a big dog bed.
Yeah.
And then he had like a younger dog that he'd also gotten from a rescue.
Yeah.
But I thought it was so interesting that we were tempted by this for so long. It's like, no, you have to stay tuned because Lance Bass is going to be here.
Yeah.
What? Okay. I mean, I like Lance Bass.
Sure.
But it really was making me wonder who do they think the audience for the Kitten Summer Games is? That's what we're going to stay tuned for.
That's what we're going to stay tuned for. Yeah. I'm a little bit bored with kittens. What's going to keep me watching? Lance Bass talking about his dogs.
Yeah. Like how many NSYNC fans are watching, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
He wasn't the first celebrity guest that made an appearance.
No, they actually had a few real athletes.
They did.
The first one was Charlie White. He was the 2014 Olympic ice dancing gold medalist. And he has two rescue dogs named Finnegan and DJ. And he was very well spoken.
He was.
So thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Charlie White.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah. Okay, after Lance Bass, boxing.
Yes. And it's not what you're thinking.
No. Although it could be.
It could have been, totally.
Yeah. You could make kittens box, stand on their hind legs and bat at each other. They certainly do that naturally.
Right.
No, the rules for kitten boxing are that kittens must get all four paws inside an actual box.
They had a bunch of boxes.
So they just had a bunch of, and they were cute boxes. They were all they were like wrapped
boxes,
up. Yeah. Yes. So in order to get a point for a knockout, they had to get all four of their paws inside a box, but boxes laying on their sides don't count.
Right.
What I wanted to see, what I was hoping was going to happen in this event, because some of the boxes were preset on their sides. Mm-hmm. I wanted to see a cat
flip a box.
Yes.
Yes, I was ready for that to happen.
In a box, knock it over.
Yes.
And then knock out.
I was ready for that to happen.
And yes. I actually wonder whether that's why they set it up that way. And they thought that was going to happen.
Oh, yeah, they were ready for that to happen.
They wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. They went through 3 rounds of this before a kitten even got inside a box.
All the way fully in a box. They kept getting in the upright ones.
Yeah.
The ones that were on their side.
It's easier.
They would get in there and they would just kind of sit there. Mm-hmm. They didn't get crazy and knock it over.
I like the one, was it Percules? Who was like hiding behind boxes and peering out at the other kittens.
That was really funny.
Yeah, it was.
I was rooting for Jasper from Las Vegas.
This didn't make any sense, though.
Okay.
They said Jasper's from Nevada, and they say he's been training with mountain lions in the Rockies. Isn't that geographically incorrect?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Nugget.
Oh, yeah?
Because Nugget was the kitten that was trying to eat the box. Reminded me of my own cats chewing on things.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he got behind a box and just started gnawing on the corner of it. Yeah. And they did remind us that was not a way to earn points.
No,
boxing.
Right. Yes. All 4 paws inside a box. That's how you get it.
Not chewing.
Nope.
Not hiding.
No.
I really think they thought this was going to be better than it was.
Yeah. It didn't work out so well.
Not so well.
No.
Oh, we did get to see the dorms.
I like the dorms.
Yeah.
Those were great.
You know, in the real Olympics, athletes are put in. Yeah. So what I liked best about the kitten dorms were these little pool tables.
Yeah.
Where can I get my cats one of those little pool tables?
I don't know.
That's one of the cutest things I've ever seen is kittens pretending to play pool.
Yes.
Because they just knock the balls around and then they try to stick their paws down in the pockets.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. And they knock the balls off the table and play with them on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had bunk beds and stuff for them. And it was cute. There were some kittens like playing with little throw pillows.
Those were
funny. It was very cute. Yeah. But the pool table. I need one of those.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want one, Tim. I'm saying I need one.
It. Oh my gosh. It's a need.
No, I'm exaggerating. But I would really enjoy one.
Yes, that would be hilarious.
I've never seen something like that for sale. All right. We moved on to volleyball. I said before, this was all female competitors.
Yeah.
We were seeing what was supposed to be the final.
Right. I got all confused. Look, I just have question marks.
Okay. So, volleyball. Was West against East.
Yes.
These were the 2 teams that were in the final.
Yes.
The West was Cookie and Cupcake.
Okay.
The East was Hissy Mae and Tabby Reese.
Okay.
And we actually got to see Gabby Reese on this.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
Right.
So we had Mary Carrillo, who had her cat counterpart, and Gabby Reese had her cat counterpart on this. It was cute. Yeah, I mean, they just knocked the ball around.
Right.
And we were joining the game when the East team only needed 2 points to win. You had to have 25 points to win.
Right.
We were joining the game with a score of like 13 or 23 to 18 or something like that. And so you already know, they're, Hissy Mae and Tabby Reese. They're going to win this thing.
Right.
But it was fun to watch.
It was fun.
Yeah. But Cookie and Cupcake were not good at the game. They kept like going under the net to the other side. And then they'd get scored on because they weren't in the right place to knock the ball back. And, they weren't terribly good.
Yeah.
Whereas Hissy Mae and Tabby Reese actually seemed to be like setting up shots for each other. There was one shot that actually went out of bounds.
I know, it was great.
That was amazing.
Of course, the way that they did this, the way that they accomplished this goal for the viewer, was that there was a ball that had like a feather attached to it that was
on a string.
It was on like, it was on like a fishing line or something like that. And so that it would come along and they would reach up and kind of bat at it. And it looked like it was a perfect illusion.
Yeah.
Of them knocking it over to the other side of the net. And the kitten on the other side is like, oh, here it comes. I'm going to get it. And then it was so good.
Yeah, right?
It was and tennis was much the same way, I think, with the way that they had.
But tennis was so wackadoodle.
it went off.
I mean, they didn't have rackets or anything. They were just kind of running around and rolling in the net, and then they knocked over the line judge. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, but it all came together in volleyball.
Yeah, in volleyball, it was great. The one thing I did notice is that the Tabby Reese kitten seemed significantly larger than the other ones. Like Cookie and Cupcake were small kittens.
Right.
Hissy May and Tabby Reese were larger kittens.
Yeah.
But Tabby Reese, I think, was actually even older. Like maybe like a whole month older.
Okay, yeah.
Because she looked huge. And it really seemed like she had an advantage.
A huge advantage, yes.
Right? Yeah. But the real Gabby Reese, she was over 6 foot.
Right, yeah, she's big.
Yeah, so.
So it makes sense.
Makes sense. Oh, we met another celebrity.
Another athlete?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tom Wallish.
Mm-hmm.
He was a gold medalist in skiing in the X Games.
Yes.
And he also had a rescue dog. And at this point, I start wondering, where are the cats?
I was thinking the same thing because everybody had dogs on this.
We've had this problem over and over and over again.
Yes.
They get these celebrities who are willing to come on and say, but they don't have cats.
Yes, they have the right message. They say all the right things, but this is a cat show.
Where was Wendy McClendon Covey?
Oh boy,
she's my favorite.
She's my favorite too. I love her.
Yeah,
I love her on the Goldbergs. You watch the Goldbergs?
I've seen a couple episodes. I'd like to watch. Yeah, I need to watch a whole season. Yeah. But I just love her. I love Wendy McClendon Covey, and she's a cat person. Mm-hmm. And she's done this show before. Yes. I don't know. Someone with we finally. I'm going to jump ahead.
Okay.
Because we did finally meet celebrity, sort of celebrity.
Yeah.
With a cat. Yeah. With one cat. In any case, it was Chris and Peyton Lambton.
Oh yes, the Lambtons.
And they
on some show on HGTV.
They have a show on HGTV called Going Yard.
Yeah.
I guess they remodel yards.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's a thing.
I guess. I'm just guessing.
Sure.
I've never seen it.
No, me neither.
But they had an actual rescue cat. A cat named Seis, S-E-I-S, which people should know is Spanish for 6.
Yeah.
And he's this groovy polydactyl dude.
Yes.
Tabby polydactyl.
Right.
And they said he has 6 toes. And their brother or brother-in-law or somebody found him, rescued him, and that house, if that's their house, like that gigantic yard.
Yes.
That is one happy polydactyl dude. He wasn't very happy to be on TV.
He didn't look like it.
He was like hiding. Chris Lambton was holding him. He looked huge.
He did look really big.
He looked like a 20-pound cat. Because this Chris Lambton guy is not a small guy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And he was holding this huge cat that was sort of like tucking his head in his armpit.
Right.
He was like, I don't want to be on TV. Maybe when he was rescued, he was actually running from the mob.
Wow. He doesn't want to be recognized.
It's a little like Joseph Cotton in Shadow of a Doubt. Doesn't want his picture taken.
Hey, is that the 6 fingers I see on the TV there?
I have never heard you do that voice before, ever.
I'm a professional.
Look, folks, all your voiceover needs. Right there with Tim Black.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Okay. We did the vault next after volleyball. The North team got disqualified from the vault.
They did.
They attacked Dominique Paz when she was about to jump.
That was not cool.
No. And it really kind of threw off her game.
It did.
Because she ended up taking the silver.
Yes.
35.8. Mm-hmm. Tiki got 37.8. points
Yes.
on the vault.
Took the gold. No one got the bronze on that one because the only other team was disqualified.
But there are 4 teams. And
So
this makes no sense to me.
I know. I have no idea why.
It's very confusing.
I don't know.
We went back to the Meowathon at that point. Whatever. I don't care.
It was just an
I'm
update.
done with the Meowathon.
Right.
In fact, we can even say we saw the ending of the Meowathon at the end of this thing. And it was won by Hissing Bolt. He got the gold.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. They did this whole ridiculous thing about like none of the kittens were breaking the ribbon.
Oh yeah.
So no one was really winning. Like they all went 26.2 miles and were just standing around.
They all got to the ribbon and they're just standing there.
Like one of them was like playing with the ribbon.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. The next event, though, was quite good.
The next event was very interesting.
It was synchronized napping.
Oh, boy, I didn't know that was a thing. Synchronized napping.
They are judged on technical merit, artistic impression, and stillness. Demerits are given for peeking and yawning.
Yes.
So you were supposed to really be napping.
Uh-huh.
And if you're not, you're pretending like many kittens and cats do.
Many of them were, yes.
Do a little one-eyed observation.
Yeah.
Didn't really fall asleep. They're just sitting there being sleepy, yawning. So, yeah. Who won this?
I don't know.
I don't think they told us.
Oh, well, I know that the North team won. I have them down as winning.
Oh, yeah. They were quite good.
But I don't, yes. But I don't know who got the silver or bronze on that. So
okay. I don't think they told us.
I do have the final medal count.
Oh, I have that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They gave that to us.
Yes. I know, which made me upset because I was trying to keep a tally. And then there were events where they didn't tell me. And then at the end, they just told me anyway what the complete count was for.
Yeah. We're not there yet, though. All right. Boxing.
Go back to boxing.
Yeah. Boxing. I did not understand this. So Bagel,
yes,
who's a cat that they say was found in a New York deli, got a knockout.
Yes.
Got into a box, all 4 paws.
Right.
Then Hercules got into a box, all 4 paws.
Knockout.
They gave Hercules the gold medal.
They had a cute off.
Is that what it was?
Yes. I have it written down right here.
Like the first...
There was a cute... Yes, like that first...
Kitten bowl?
The first kitten bowl where they had a cute off. They had a cute off to determine which one of these two would take.
I had no idea that's what was happening.
Yes.
That makes me really angry.
Yes.
Just give it to Bagel.
Well, no. Hercules got it.
No, I know, but Bagel got in first.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what... Yeah.
So give it to Bagel.
I don't make...
Why are you having any other kind of competition?
They wanted...
That was clearly the competition. Get in the box, all 4 paws, you get the knockout, you win. Bagel did it.
Yeah.
Took him 3 rounds, but he did it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me angry.
I know.
Okay. Poor Bagel.
I know. Bagel got robbed.
It's a great name for a cat.
It is a great name. I love it. I love it.
It's a really good name for a cat.
I really, yes.
Never known a cat named Bagel.
No.
I've known cats named Muffin.
Of course. That's cliche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bagel?
Yeah.
How about Bialy? That'd be a great cat name.
Hala?
There you go. See?
Now we're on to something.
Yeah.
There's probably been a lot of cats named Croissant.
Probably a few.
Yeah. I can imagine
Pumpernickel.
that. No, probably not Pumpernickel. Trying to think of other bread products. Tortilla.
How about pastrami on rye with Russian dressing?
It's not a bread product.
Oh, okay.
It's a sandwich.
Oh, I thought that might be a fun name for a cat that was born in a deli.
It's a long name.
They call him Pat for short.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
All right.
Anyway.
100-meter dash.
100-meter dash. Another good kitten event.
Yeah, because they'll do this.
Yeah, they'll run.
Pepper, Hissing Bolt, and Jingles. We were told that Jingles, they didn't know she'd be able to compete, but that her CAT scan was normal and she's feline fine. Jingles, it was a good thing she was there because she got the gold medal.
There you go. Gold medal for Jingles.
Yeah. And it was weird because they told us that Pepper, Hissing Bolt, and Jingles were competing, but they had a photo finish And it was Jingles, Hissing Bolt, and Picasso.
Picasso, yes.
Not Pepper.
No.
But I think it was just one of those things like they do in the Olympics. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't think we got all the information we needed.
Right.
Because in the Olympics, they'll say, oh, here are some athletes you can watch. They're not necessarily the ones who win.
Everybody that are, yeah, right.
Because they can't know who's going to win.
True.
And we saw when the photo finish happened with the 100-meter dash, there were like 20 kittens competing.
There were.
They just threw a whole bunch of kittens out there. They were like, run
around the track. Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure they were using
laser
pointers. Yeah. Not my favorite toy.
No.
But a worthwhile tool when trying to get kittens to compete in the Olympics.
Right. For the purposes of creating Hollywood magic. It's a tool.
After the 100-meter dash, Mary Carrillo said, these kitties are too fast and too furry.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
That was.
Oh, my goodness. We saw Beth down at the Kitten Summer Games Plaza again, and she was talking about how everyone's feasting on food from the cat sessions.
Right.
And then she told us that her favorite food from the cat sessions, do you know what I'm about to say?
I don't.
Mice cream.
Oh, yeah, she did say that.
And I thought, that is so gross.
That is awful.
What would that be? Would it be like liquefied mice?
Ugh. And frozen.
Or is it cream that somehow comes from mice?
That's even worse somehow.
No.
Ugh.
It's not good.
There isn't any good way for it. There isn't any good thing that can be named that.
Yeah, she should have said like hamburgers. I can come up with a lot of other things it could have been.
Sure.
Besides mice cream.
Yeah. I don't even think Harriet would eat that.
Harriet? Oh, she's competing in synchronized napping.
You know, I was thinking that she and Dudley would actually do very good in that competition.
So would Pergo and Colonel Lynn. I think they do very, very well in synchronized napping.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, here came, oh my goodness, I loved this.
Yeah.
Floor exercises.
Yes.
So, in floor exercises, every kitten is given 30 seconds to perform.
Yes.
Jumping, dancing, rhythm work, and grooming are the 4 things that they are judged on.
Yeah.
In the floor exercise.
Right.
Okay. So we had Tabby Douglas from Lazy Pun Alert, Catford, Connecticut.
Oh boy.
It's doesn't even sound like Hartford.
It sound anything like that, no.
But she's noted for her positive attitude.
That goes a long way in floor exercise.
Does.
Yes.
We had Mary Lou Kitten competing. She's known for her ferocity and persistence.
Yes.
She got out there doing her floor exercise, Mary Lou Kitten.
Yeah.
And then Bubbles the kitten came out, was trying to encourage her.
Right, I remember this, yeah.
And I wrote here, 2 black kittens. How can you tell them apart?
That's an excellent
listeners know I have trouble telling black cats apart.
We did a whole episode.
That's what I'm saying. We did a whole episode about how I can't tell black cats apart. So how do we know that it was Mary Lou Kitten who stayed out there and competed her routine?
They may have done the old switcheroo.
So they also did this thing where they showed us highlights from the floor exercises.
Right.
This was the cutest thing that happened. Bar none.
Yes.
This was the cutest thing.
Yeah.
We saw some synchronized dancing, which was someone like waving a ribbon around.
Right.
And then a group of kittens just
moving their head is, yeah.
Yeah. And then there was also a clip of the whole North team. So remember they said like 6 kittens from each team?
Right.
They're like 6 kittens, 6 orange kittens.
Right.
And there was this like machine that moved an automated battery operated thing that moved a ribbon around.
Yeah.
And none of them were moving. They were literally just sitting still, staring at this thing that seemed to be moving on its own.
Right.
And that was one of the highlights of the floor exercises that they showed us.
Oh my God.
That may have been my favorite moment. Especially because little orange kittens are usually insane.
Yes.
And they're just, they couldn't move.
I wonder if that thing was making a weird noise.
They were frozen with confusion.
They were frozen with confusion. They were.
Oh my God. After they showed us the highlights, though, I got confused because I said before we were told that they were judged on jumping, dancing, rhythm work, and grooming, right?
Yes.
After they showed us the highlights, we were now told that they were being judged on grace, beauty, artistic talent, and no flopping.
It's very confusing. The Summer Games are...
You just got to let it go. Just, okay.
Just got to roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we saw them all competing. We saw quite a few kittens do their floor, or even just parts of their floor exercises. Right. So good. Tabby Douglas...
Yes.
Turned out to be the kitten to beat.
Yeah.
And they actually showed us in slow motion.
Oh, I love this part.
Her special skill.
Yes.
Was so good. That when she was midair, she'd spread the claws of her bottom feet apart.
Yes.
And it said to maximize her airtime.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Gosh.
And she ended up with a score of 37.5.
Yeah,
which is incredible. We also met Dr. Mew Little.
I love Dr. Mew Little.
We actually met quite a number of gymnastics judges throughout the thing. Yeah. I just haven't mentioned them.
Right.
But Dr. Mew Little was being held by Beth Stern when she was talking again about older cats that need to be adopted.
Yeah.
He was cute.
He's a big boy, too.
Yeah. Dr. Mew Little. I loved it.
Yes.
So, we already told you who won the Meow-thon.
Yes.
The last thing that happened was the decathlon,
right?
Which we were not given any notice of at all.
No,
it was right before they went to the last commercial that they said. And when we come back, the decathlon, and I looked at the thing on my TV.
There's not enough time.
It was at 1 hour 55 minutes. Right. It's like there's no way we're having a decathlon.
Even if they were going to just recap 10 events,
right?
Yeah. No way.
No way.
Right.
So what it turned out is it was more like just an all-around...
Right. Performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so our finalists were Cat Lewis, who'd gotten medals in rings and high jump. Mm-hmm. Hercules, who had a gold medal in boxing.
Right.
Which I think was unearned.
Right.
But he'd done well in some other things as well. Yeah. And then Nadia... Come and Scratch Me, who had medals in the uneven bars and the rings. Mm-hmm. And then they decided that the winner, the all-around winner, was going to be Cat Lewis.
Cat Lewis.
I don't know. How did they decide that?
I don't know.
Anyway, from the North team,
right.
Orange Kitten. And I actually wondered, was he involved in that business where the Orange team was eliminated from that one gymnastics event?
Oh.
Because I wondered whether he deserved this.
He may not have.
I don't know. I didn't go back and look.
No. I suppose you could have, but it wouldn't do you any good. They're not going to overturn their decision.
But I actually know why they did that.
Yeah.
So we had the medal tally, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And it was North 11, South 6. They were out of it.
Yeah.
East 10, West 11.
Yeah.
Then we saw the end of the Meow-thon. Hissing Bolt from the East team got the gold,
right?
Which took their total to 11 with 5 golds.
Okay.
So they were completely tied with the North.
Yes.
So in order for there to be a clear winner, the decathlon gold medalist needed to either be from the North or the East.
I gotcha.
And they chose Cat Lewis, who's from the North.
Right. Makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So, because if they'd done a different team, then there would have been a tie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. That's why they did it that way.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So my favorite part, I mean, that's it. That was the end of the show.
That was it.
But my favorite parts were, Beth Stern's doing great.
Yes, she's doing fantastic.
Love the floor exercises. Love the tennis debacle.
That was fantastic.
You? Anything else?
The uneven bars. I enjoyed the uneven bars.
Those were good.
Yeah, that was about it.
I mean, ultimately, I like the concept.
Yeah.
if they do it again, it's not going to be for 4 years.
Right.
When they first announced they were doing it, I didn't understand what it was going to be. I mean, I liked the idea. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, there's all kinds of things kittens could do, right?
Right.
Because it was actually a commercial during
the Paw Star game or something.
No, during we saw it during the last Kitten Bowl and during the Paw Star game. There were commercials for it.
Yeah.
So they'd been planning this for a very long time.
Right.
And so it's great theory, concept, and execution.
Yes.
I mean, there are things that could have been done better, but it was done very well.
Yeah.
I actually am disappointed, though, because when I first heard of it, I thought that, like, the whole week of the Olympics, I thought they would just do, like, 10-minute segments.
Oh, that would actually be kind of, I would like that, too.
That would be kind of, I would like that, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Good.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. I didn't. When you first said that would be kind of, I didn't know where you were going. That would be kind of stupid, Rebecca. I don't know where you got that idea.
10 minutes. What?
I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. No, it's instead of 1 2-hour event, tune in for a few minutes every day and see how it.
But of course, they aired this during the opening ceremonies for the Olympics.
Yeah, it coincided with that.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing.
That's how they
with
always
all this
do
stuff.
it.
Yeah, they're going to air it during something else.
Yeah.
But
next Kitten Bowl is coming up in February. Did you see the commercials for that? It's coming.
Is there any reason why we would stop doing this podcast before then?
You tell me. I don't know.
Oh my God. I'm already concerned that I'm going to have to sit through another Kitten Bowl. Maybe it'll be different.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do something different. Maybe it won't be 3 hours long.
I'm sure it probably will be.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it now.
No.
I liked a lot of what happened here.
Yes.
I'm fine if they want to do it again in 4 years. I'd like to see what they might do with the Winter Olympics in 2 years.
I was thinking the same thing.
They are already wondering that themselves, and they have no idea.
I want to see some kitten hockey. That's what I want to see.
I want to see some kitten curling.
And some skiing.
I want to see some biathlon.
Biathlon. Wow. Kitten curling, I think you could probably actually do.
Kitten curling, I think, would be really good, actually. Yeah. And, kitten hockey for sure. I'm not sure kitten ice skating, ice dancing.
I'm not sure how that would work.
I think, though, like long jump, though, like the ski jump stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that for sure.
You strap them into some guy. Ooh, bobsledding.
Bobsled. Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Oh, no. They're trying to figure out. There's a whole committee on this at Hallmark.
Right.
Trying to figure out what they can do.
Yeah. Can we tie in the Kentucky Derby somehow with kittens? Can we make any kind of sporting event?
Well, the Kentucky Derby's a short event.
Well, I know.
But you can't get kittens to ride horses.
What can you get to ride a kitten?
Kittens on kittens.
Wow. Look out.
All right.
All right.
This was good.
It was. Yes. Beth Stern's doing a great job. Mary Carrillo did a great job.
And I enjoyed David Fry.
Yeah. He was good, too.
Yeah. So I'd be happy to have him back.
Sure.
If Sterling's out of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just wasn't available.
Yeah, it could be.
Takes his vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else.
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, go play with your cats.
Go play with your cats.
Bye.
Bye.